For the next 2 days, I will explore a completely new world of bird photography for me. So please, enjoy the sea breeze and join me on my very first bird photography trip to the North Sea. I have never been more grateful for my waterproof boots than today. For this photography trip, I wanted a change of scenery. Instead of photographing the birds I usually see at home, I spent 2 days on Germany's North Sea coast around Cuxhaven and Bremerhaven. The morning after arriving, I headed further north to start the day right by the sea. With a completely different landscape and bird life to explore, it was the perfect way to begin this trip. Funny enough, I was expecting high tide. It's not high tide at all. I am a little bit confused right now. I mean, it's awesome. I can already see some Austernfischer. Yeah, it's actually low tide, which is great. I actually just had a really nice conversation with the guy that works here, and he gave me a few tips. He said that there are actually eagles in the area, a lot further down the beach though. But I will head in that direction because you never know. Maybe we're even gonna find an eagle today. Oh, beautiful. This is exactly what I was looking for. You know, just close to the ground shots with a little bit of reflection of the birds in the water. Yeah, this is gonna be a great day. So I actually looked up the name for those Austernfischer, and funny enough, it's just the exact translation in English. They're called oyster catchers, and they flew a little bit more into the sea, I guess. But there's no sea, I don't know what it's called. And I'm trying to get a little bit closer so I can get some footage of them looking for food. I have actually seen an oyster catcher once, and that was back in my hometown, funny enough, which is nowhere near the North Sea. But back then I unfortunately didn't get any good photos because I was standing on a bridge and I was photographing down, so the angle wasn't really flattering. So it's really nice to see these amazing birds now in their, I guess, more natural habitat. They're so pretty to look at. Those black-headed seagulls are actually really pretty. And I appreciate their plumage with the black hat, because over the year they changed their plumage. Their hat is, even though they're called black-hatted gulls, their hat is not always black. It changes to white over the year, and usually they just have a little black spot left. But I appreciate their plumage with the black hat. It's really nice. Those oyster catcher over there just got some company by 2 other oyster catchers, and they seem to be communicating quite heavily. Too bad I moved further away now, because I was thinking that we should move on, because that is a really beautiful thing over there now. The 3 of them just, I don't know what they're doing, if this is some kind of greeting ritual. But that's really beautiful what they're doing right now. So I will actually sit down now a little bit, enjoy the sun, enjoy the sea, and eat my breakfast, because I haven't eaten anything today. Let's go! I'm actually thinking about heading back to that forest area, but I would still like to get some cool photos of birds taking off, so I will stick around by the sea just a little bit longer. There's also these tracks on the ground, and they look like some kind of deer. And I'm a bit confused where deer would actually come from in this area. This mud is actually almost taken off my shoes, because the shoes are kind of glued to the ground. Ah, yuck. Over there, there's sitting another oyster catcher. Oh, there was actually just a pheasant. Oh my god, there's a deer! No way! So that explains where the deer tracks came from. We will continue a little bit further down south now. I don't think it's a long drive from here, maybe just 15-20 minutes. And then we will visit the next beach and see what we can find there. Okay, so I actually lied. There is one more place I want to check out, because on my birding app, there are these fields right here, and there are a couple of interesting bird sightings. So I'm just gonna have a look, and then we will continue to the beach. Oh, there are a couple of smaller birds flying around that reed down there. Oh, and what was that? Was that a kestrel or a cuckoo? Neither. Oh, ein Rohrammer. Yeah, that's lovely. I've never seen these birds live before, only on photos. Ah, shoot. I was just correcting my camera settings and now it flew away. Darn it. Oh, that was nice though. I'm not complaining. Over on the other side, there's could be some kind of piper. I'm not very familiar with the names of these birds because I'm just not used to them. But there's a bird in the shallow water that I think I've seen it before. I've forgotten the name though. Pretty far in the distance, there is a bird of prey circling the sky. And I don't want to get my hopes up, but it could be an eagle. Isn't that an eagle? I mean, look at its wing size, it's huge. Well, I didn't find that bird again that I saw from the other side, but I found something much, much better. We found a white-tailed eagle. I was so unsure because when the birds are so far away, it's kind of difficult to tell how big they are. Are they as big as a buzzard and they're closer than they seem? Or are they much bigger, but just further away? Man, this has been a success so far. I love it. Would you look at that? That oyster catches just chilling on that post. That's a beautiful photo. Oh, there's another one. Oh my God, there's 3 of them. I only noticed that oyster catcher on the left side, but there are 2 more. But anyways, I'm gonna head back to my car now. I think it was definitely worth doing this little detour because otherwise we would have missed that eagle. And we've just arrived to our next location for the day and probably our last. It depends. It depends a little bit on how busy this area will be. We will see. I will walk up this dike and then I'll have a good look of the area. Well, all right, so I'm here now and I can't see a single bird. So it seems like there are 2 oyster catchers on my right side. I love oyster catchers, they're so pretty, but I was actually hoping to find some other wading birds. Those 2 oyster catchers are the only birds I can spot. I actually think that I just saw 2 pheasants flying right over there at the end of the road by that yellow container. Oh shoot, they just flew up on that dike and I can't get... Can I get there? They didn't look like pheasants, it must have been something else. luck is not on our side anymore. I went up this dike and I found those two, whatever they are. They're not pheasants, but I don't know what they're called. I have to look it up online, but of course they flew down the dike again. And there is also this fence at the bottom of the dike, so I can't just simply walk down again. I have to walk back. Oh man. Isn't it lovely getting my workout in today? Unfortunately, this location wasn't as productive as I had hoped. But my hunger for wildlife photography wasn't satisfied yet, so I decided to keep driving. I just stopped my car again because I could see a guy with binoculars actually standing at the side of this field right here. So he must have spotted something, and I think I would like to check it out as well. Alright, so I just had a little chat with that guy with the binoculars, and I think they're called northern lapwings in this field right here, and I can already see them. I'm just waiting for a better opportunity to pull my camera out. Oh, I've never been so close to one before. Amazing! I experienced so much during those 2 days that one video simply isn't enough. That's why this story continues in part 2. I also spent a lot of time exploring the dikes and surrounding fields, where I had a lot more encounters with different animals. Unfortunately though, those moments simply don't fit into this video anymore. So some of my personal favorite wow moments from the dikes and fields will be featured in a separate bonus video. If you're interested in that, stay tuned, and as always, I hope you're having a great day and see you in the next one. Bye.